We are back again. Behind me is the magnificent Lake Baikal, and a lot of people from the West want to know, how much does it cost to live in Russia? How much does it cost to build? In this video, you're going to see that because we've been lucky enough to follow this build through its infancy. There was no walls, no roof, no tile, there was nothing, not even a bed to lay on. So welcome. In this video, you're going to learn so much. Stay tuned. Let's go. Now, in the part of Russia that we live in, it's not only Lake Baikal. Behind me, you can see beautiful birch forests. And honestly, a lot of people want to know, before I build, how much does land cost? Well, the next door neighbors, that land is selling for about 1,000,000 rubles. I'll have the exchange rate on the screen, but they've been telling me that she's eager to sell, okay? So you know you can buy land in these small villages and build yourself. How much does a plot of land that's 1,200 square meters cost where you're watching from? Let me know in the comment section. Now let's go look into one of the buildings that is not fully built, because below are the fully built ones and they're looking great. Let's go inside. This is the top. This is where the best views are happening. One day it's gonna be the master bedroom and the suite. My sister is visiting from the United States. She's from Los Angeles, one of the more expensive cities in the United States. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am.
And actually, Luz, it's a good time to be able to show the viewers the difference between American and Russian prices. Would you believe if I told you that this room that we're in right now is 500,000 rubles, or around $5,000?
No, I'm really amazed that it's that low.
What would you say the average price or the prices for living in Los Angeles right now? How much is rent, for instance?
For a studio, it's like around 2,000 and up. But I mean, it's all built and ready to go and live in. But rent alone, I think on the lower end is 2,000, but like if you want something decent, 3,000 for sure.
And that's almost, well, it's average almost half the price of this building. Obviously, this is not fully built, Luz. Guys, if you're wondering how much a fully built one looks like and how much it costs, just wait a little bit later in the video, because we're gonna go downstairs and show you. Now, Luz, you came from the United States. How much would you say that like electric bills and utilities is worth?
Well, right now we pay like 300 every 2 months, so like 100 a month.
100, 150 a
Yeah.
month? Is this for water and
This
electricity?
is for water, electricity, and sewage.
Okay.
I think gas we pay through a different company.
Interesting. Guys, here in this town, especially in Irkutsk Oblast, you're going to be paying about, I would say, $3 on average for electricity for a house with 2 to 3 people, $3 a month. And for water, sometimes it could go as low as maybe $5. It's very, very cheap here. So now you've been looking at the videos of how it looks like raw, okay? Now it's time to show you guys and Luz what a complete room looks like downstairs. Now, before I go back downstairs and show you those new buildings, I wanted to mention as well that we're about, well, less than a kilometer from the actual beach of Lake Baikal, maybe from 500 meters to 700 meters. And this is beachfront property, right? There's so many places in Russia where you can just go into a random town, purchase a little bit of land, like I showed you that one for about $7,000 to $10,000, and start building. I'm gonna ask my sister later how much she thinks they pay in the United States, but I can guarantee you it's nowhere near 10 to 20,000 just to get started with a new life. Lake Baikal is a natural wonder. This is the largest lake in the world. This is fresh water, very clean water. Guys, if you're ever interested in coming, you already know you have a friend here. Now it's time to go downstairs. Now we're downstairs, and we have to mention that there have been some changes outside on the first floor that we haven't mentioned before, like this balcony. They have put this balcony on. It's very sturdy, and they've stained it in this beautiful color. Another thing that they did downstairs is they actually put this wall here for privacy. This wasn't here before, but it does block the front house, and it gives you a sense that you're here alone and you can enjoy the lake. And now, my friends, it's time to take a look inside. There's 2 rooms like we showed you. They were building 2 rooms. They're different styles, different colors. You can choose your flavor. If you ever want to come to visit Lake Baikal, you can stay in either one of them. Let's go ahead and look inside. Here it is, my friends. Welcome. This is only the living space. You can see the bed. And I told you guys a long time ago they were going to do some art on the walls. This is what we call the Shamanka Peninsula, and this is in Sliudanka. But take some time and look around. None of this was obviously here. We were here when there was nothing on the walls, nothing in the ceilings, nothing on the floors, and they've really brought everything together. This is going to be able to house 3 people at least, but if you're someone like me who's Mexican American, we can fit about 20 people in here comfortably. But it's up to you. It's built for 3, but definitely I think you could fit at least 5 people here. Now, please pay attention to the work that has been done with the trims, the doors. None of this was here last time we were here, right? And I haven't even shown you the bathroom yet, but please do take a look at the living area. We have a pretty big refrigerator here, guys. Now, usually when you rent stuff out, they have those tiny little refrigerators. I've seen even in bigger hotels where they have the little minis, the size of the freezer here. They also have a nice microwave up here. They have a television. There is Wi-Fi in the room. They have a nice table here where you can sit and eat. I told you that this was built for 3 people. 3 people fit here comfortably. It is with all of its cups, its plates. Russians love to drink tea. If you're a tea drinker, here we have a water heater. Now, moving on to the bed. This bed here fits 2 people comfortably, but I think you can fit 3 there, okay? Without a problem. This bed is the one where I think you can fit at least 2 people. Some people might say no, but I think so. So this one is meant for 1 person, but I think you can fit 2 there comfortably, and that's why I think 5 people, no problem. But it's time to see the bathroom, which in my opinion has made the biggest transformation. The bathroom is my favorite part of this building because I didn't think it was gonna look like this. It's a complete bathroom with the sink, which in Russia, like in the old apartments, they don't have sinks to wash your hands. After you go to the toilet, you usually have to go to another room. Tell me if it's like that in your part of Russia, but in this part of Russia, almost every communist block room apartment has a bathroom separated from a bathtub, and the bathtub doesn't have a place to wash your hands. This has a sink, it has a toilet, and it also has this awesome walk-in shower. Here's a shower curtain, and it's a walk-in shower. The shower head moves, and it's also mounted on the wall. So it's very spacious if you want to shower with your wife or your husband. This is that kind of location, guys. It is a place where you can come enjoy your vacations, and it's missing nothing. Now, the color schemes in this room are not the same as the other room. We're going to go over that one briefly, but I want to talk about the prices of building something like this now. Luz, I've been showing the people what this looks like, and I've been telling them the cost. I'm wondering, is building in the United States or anywhere for that matter in your plans? Is this something you wish you could do?
Well, of course, I wish I could build and have a home over there, but I don't think it's something that I can do at this moment or something that I really thought about. And I'm 27, which is kind of sad.
You haven't thought about it because of the prices, right? This is
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the prices that you've been mentioning here, I think 20,000 to build something like this. That's like a down payment for for a house
for
over
a
there.
car rather. I don't think you're gonna buy a house
Yeah.
for 20,000. Like 20,000, you're looking at a car now these days.
It's really bad.
Now guys, a fully built room like this, Luz, you're looking at about 15,000 to around $17,000.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a dream.
And Luz mentioned that she doesn't know about this tiny house movement in the United States, but people are building houses in vans. Do you know people are living in their vans in the United States?
Wait, yes, I've actually seen those on TikTok and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, you're mobile, but who would be proud of living in a car? Only Americans, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's not something. I mean, I don't know.
Would you, if somebody gave you an option to have like the plot of land next door and maybe like a room like this, or live in a car, which one would you choose?
The plot, of course. Also, given, I mean, it's a thing to have a plot, but also a thing to be able to build on it. So I feel like here you can have both. It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
With the income that we have in the U.S., of course, I don't know.
The income in the United States helps, Luz, and of course, a lot of our viewers are from the West and they want to move to Russia or even have a summer house. Now, seeing with the prices that you've seen and how it works, do you think that it's possible for some of the viewers who actually already have houses in the United States or have a little bit more money, do you think they would be able to build something here?
100%. I mean, it takes a little bit of planning, saving, and come on over. It's great.
So now it's time to look at the other room. Thank you, Luz, so much for giving your input. Again, my sister has come all the way from the United States, from Los Angeles. We just released a video of her first time in the Red Square. Go watch it. Let's go watch the next room. Thanks, Luz.
Bye.
Now, we have seen these buildings from the inside. We've seen them from the outside. And I've told you that the wilderness here, the nature here is what really adds on to the vibes. I have been so lucky to live next to Lake Baikal for all of these years, and I've invited so many people to come and visit me. But if you want to come visit this place, you can also contact me, okay? We do these videos. Alexei has been kind enough to let us see how they built, because I told them, I'm wondering, how do they build in Russia? How much does it cost to build in Russia? But we can take this opportunity to thank him. And if you ever want to visit Lake Baikal, you can stay in such a place, okay? I've told you the prices for everything. This is not something that's out of this world. You can fly from Moscow to Irkutsk city. You can take a small ride to our town, and I can accommodate you through my friends here. You can stay in a place like this. In the future, Alexei says that he's trying to build a banya, which is going to make this place an absolute powerhouse in the region. Can you imagine going swimming to Lake Baikal, going to the banya, and resting in one of these rooms, looking at the lake during the evening? In the morning, the sun rises over Lake Baikal and the sun sets right behind these buildings. So it's a very beautiful scenery throughout the entire day. And in case some of you guys are only watching this video without watching the previous video, here's a few clips of the building process of what it takes to make something like this. We saw him unroll this. As I'm touching it, it's really, really firm. And he's about to lay it down on the ground. And, you know, the liquid runs through this. We're just going to see how he does it and shadow a little bit and not get in his way.
Последний, каждый день последний. Ну не сегодня, завтра. Вот, рано. Сохранение.
Hey.
Где он? С чайником приехал. Как хочешь. А что бутылки где-то были литровые?
The truth is that people like my sister in the West are tired of not being able to afford something to live in, right? I believe that perhaps in the 1940s, 1950s, even the 1960s maybe, people were able to work and buy a home and start a family. But now you see the people in the West are tired. They are starting their life much later. And something like this is a really good option. And if you have a little bit of extra money, why not invest in another country, build a vacation home? When I give people options about Russia, I'm not necessarily saying come to Russia. What I'm saying is, again, you need to explore the world. A lot of Russian people, they go to Thailand to spend their money. And Americans need another outlet. Maybe Mexico is not good enough anymore. Maybe you want to come to a more exotic place because you're tired of your neighbors like Canadians and Mexicans. Come across and find new beginnings somewhere else. You don't have to live here permanently. And if you're watching from the United States especially, You can get a 3-year visa. You can live in Russia up to 6 months legally. Now I want to show you the second room that they were working on. And you can see that in this room, there's a little bit more light. The color combo is different. This is also equipped with this style of bed for 2 people. There is also some scenery from the Baikal area behind here. And we also have that second bed. But I think that what brings people to this area is obviously the lake. So remember that when you're staying in such a place, or if you were to build your home in such a place, look at this beautiful view just right outside the door. You have Lake Baikal in all of its glory. And obviously the view from the top is much better. So if you do build around something like this, build high. And this room also obviously has its nice toilet with its sink and the walk-in shower on this side. So you walk in and has the detachable shower head. This one's a little bit different, but you get the idea. These rooms are very friendly, they have basically all you need if you want to come vacation to the shores of Lake Baikal. The place again is only, well, it's less than a kilometer away. You're going to get there in a few minutes. And on a good summer day, there's nothing that beats swimming in a natural wonder like Lake Baikal. I don't try to convince people to come here and do things. And I have to keep saying that because there's always the person who thinks, oh, it's propaganda. Dude, just live your life. Obviously, your dollar is a bigger bang for your buck in different areas, and the ruble is the same. There's many examples of Russians going to different places to spend their rubles, and it seems like the West is trying to cut people off from leaving or exploring in different areas. What we're doing here is reporting from a small town in the middle of nowhere, Russia. The lake is just a bonus. You, my friends, can choose anywhere. Look at the map. Russia is massive. And if you decide to come to Russia, make sure you do your research, find out how much plots are going for, the average prices of houses. The prices that we've been giving today are for Siberian towns, right? But they do take into account that it's right next to Lake Baikal, so it's basically the price for beachfront property. And it's still very much lower than other places. Many people actually have traveled all over Russia, and I've had subscribers come and visit, people who have never seen the lake. And for me, this is what makes life worth it, right? The nature. You can see Baikal is out here right outside the door. So I'm inviting people to come visit maybe. If you guys are in Russia, if you guys are watching around the world, if you would like to enjoy some time next to this natural wonder, you can contact us. I've had people come from America, Australia, from Africa, India, all sorts of places, because this is a kind of place that is unforgettable. Well, we managed to document this build from nothing to what it is now. And I truly believe that a lot of people who are watching have more than enough resources to start their new life anywhere in the world. And I just happen to give you the prices for this part of Russia. If you're interested, again, leave comments down below, leave all your questions down below. I love reading them, but please tell me in the comment section, how much does it cost to build something like this in your country? Tell me what it's like in your country. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one from the shores of Lake Baikal.